Looking for some me time? When was the last time you intentionally set aside time for yourself? No matter how hard you search, you'll never find me time. You must create me time. Me time is a necessity, not a luxury. You cannot pour from an empty cup, and for your body and mind to serve you properly, they need to rest and recharge. Even 5 minutes of me time can be refreshing. But sometimes you might need 24 hours or longer to reset your mind and body. Me time refers to the time you put aside to focus on your body, mind, and spirit. It's important to prioritize self-care if you want to stay healthy, happy, and productive. There are many ways to spend me time, and what one person considers me time may not be what another person considers to be me time. One person's definition of me time may include spending time in solitude by oneself and practicing mindfulness. For another, me time could be spent participating in a hobby in a group setting with friends and family. The fact that me time helps the body and mind get back on track with one another, which is essential for optimal performance, is common ground. Giving up me time might result in burnout, weariness, and more illnesses regularly. So people stick with me till the end as I show you how you can create more me time in your everyday life, even when you're out of your brain kinda busy. Ready? Then let's dive in. Number 1, specify your needs. Nobody should have to make assumptions about what you'll need. Therefore, it's important to let others know if you desperately need some free time for yourself, for your mental health. Let your loved ones and friends know that you need some alone time. If you're having trouble figuring it out, think how you could ask for their help and get that time. Get an accountability partner, for instance, who makes time for themselves. Number 2, clarify your guilt. Do you feel bad about giving yourself time? If so, examine your guilt. Don't push it back. Questioning yourself about your guilt is the key part of performing inner work. Why do you feel bad about taking a little time for yourself? See what arises, then handle each of those factors. You can write about it in your journal if it helps. Make a list of all the justifications for your guilt. Explore this reason further and determine if it is a valid justification. Let's take the scenario when you feel bad because your family needs you. While your family may depend on you, will taking some time for yourself really stop you from meeting their needs? What exactly do they want from you? If you are well rested and able to recharge by taking some time for yourself, wouldn't you be more helpful and supportive to your family? And finally, what are some of your needs that perhaps your family could help you meet? Number 3, learn how to say no. Time is of the essence. It is your most limited resource. With your limited time, you're free to decline to do things you don't feel like doing. While it's crucial to compromise in your relationships, it's equally important to refrain from saying yes to every request. Start with something manageable before tackling a major subject if this is something you struggle with. Get comfortable declining minor requests from others. You could, for instance, decline an immediate request for your attention if you were genuinely on your way to the bathroom. You don't have to be available to everyone at all times unless there is an emergency. You don't always have to save everyone, even in times of crisis. Before you pour from your cup, learn to fill it first. Number 4, schedule weekly me time. Make time each week for yourself, away from your regular life and hectic schedule, even if you have kids, a partner, or other important obligations. Your partner should do the same. Every caregiver should have uninterrupted time to themselves so they can recharge and return to their duties refreshed. If you can't get this time for yourself every week, consider getting it every 2 weeks, with your partner or the other people you're sharing responsibility with, alternate weeks. If you don't have a partner, talk to your friends and family. These people could be close friends, members of your family, or other influential figures in your life. Number 5, set boundaries at work. You value your employer since they gave you a job, so they are important to you, but you are equally, if not more, significant to them. Set reasonable boundaries with your employer in light of this. They often establish boundaries with their workers, and this ought to be mutually beneficial. You can establish a limit, for instance, by regularly leaving on time rather than staying late. You may create a healthy work-life balance and find that much-needed me time with the aid of such boundaries. Inform your manager of any ways they can help. Tell them what you need, for instance, if you are a working parent, to make sure your family is taken care of. If you can relax while working, you'll not only benefit yourself personally, but also your employer. Number 6, start an exercise program. Find a physical activity that you like to do. This may be a great way to spend time alone. You can considerably enhance your physical health and well-being by engaging in regular exercise. If you have kids, try to locate a gym with childcare. That will be easier for you to make sure you have enough privacy for your workouts. If you prefer to work out from home, look into virtual workouts that you can do from anywhere. Number 7, take a solo lunch break. Being a part of the workplace culture can be as simple as eating lunch with coworkers. This is especially true if your employer schedules enjoyable events for the time. You might, however, require more alone time than bonding time at times. Don't feel bad if you occasionally take a lunch break by yourself. Number 8. Make a date with yourself. It's not necessary to go on a date with someone else. Remember to schedule a date with yourself on your calendar, just like you would for a date with a loved one. Respect the commitment to the date. You should respect yourself just as much if you respect others enough to show up for them. Try out some of the things you've been wanting to do on your date. Nobody else can disagree with you. Number 9. Try doing nothing. You don't have to be working all the time. In fact, you don't have to be doing anything at all. A date with oneself could be a brilliant opportunity to try something new, but you can also allow yourself the time and space to do nothing. Staying off your phone or television is another definition of doing nothing. Try taking away the screens and social media to have some alone time without interruptions. Make a cup of coffee for yourself, breathe deeply, and smile. Number 10. Find ways of spending time alone with loved ones. You can spend time with your loved ones while also being alone. Everybody can feel alone while still having their loved ones around them in this way. For instance, you can plan an hour of quiet reading time for everyone in your household. You can also sit close to someone, light a candle, and play relaxing background music. Cortisol levels can be lowered by taking some alone time while being intimate with your lover, among other advantages. So spending time alone doesn't necessarily have to be done in seclusion. Now, it can be challenging to prioritize oneself at first if you're used to putting everyone else before yourself. But as you work on this ability, you'll feel more and more at ease. Alright guys, that wraps up our video for today. If you found this video useful, please give us a thumbs up and hit the subscribe button for more.